And we're up here in the mountains over Tucson again, taking a look at some unboxing videos here, and again just trying to get out of the studio and make it a little more interesting for everybody. So what we've got is a box that we some stuff that we ordered on eBay. It's actually two auctions. Let's bust into it here. It's two auctions. I don't remember if it was combined shipping, but yeah, obviously anybody who's used eBay before, the combined shipping feature is really nice. Mostly what this is I just wanted to get some supplies already. I just did a video not too long ago about ropes and knots and whatnot, and I'd mentioned in that video that I was out of the hemp twine that I really liked. As a kid and as a scout, I used that hemp twine quite a bit. It's really strong and good stuff. So what we're looking at here is first off the thank you kind of shipping receipt from PayPal, the two auctions that we won. And it's a little easier, I think, to just look down into the box because there's a lot of stuff in here. So we needed some hemp twine, and I think we got some. What this is about 40 spools of the hemp twine that's never been opened. We've got a bunch of colored twine. Something that's neat I never even knew of was a hemp yarn, so we'll give that a try and see what kind of strength it has. From the eBay auction, what we gather is that this was someone who had a maybe a keychain or something business, one of those bracelet things or something. They used to weave probably stuff for hippies out of hemp rope, and decided not to do it anymore, so they sold off their supplies. So we've got just a bunch of twine, and my concept here, probably won't need all of it at once obviously, but I could keep something like this, one in each vehicle, give it to the different members of the team so that they've got some available. And you never know, if we start doing a little bit more knot tying or something, having some different colors isn't going to hurt. So eBay's your friend. Find a lot of cool stuff there. It was something I just happened to get the bug in my bonnet that I needed it. If I could keep this darn box open, I'm trying to get it into the sun here. So again, it was something I thought I needed. I probably spent a little more than I needed to on these, but I got them for about $2-3 a spool, which is a little cheaper than you'd buy normally. In the worst case scenario, since some of these are not even open, I could probably sell some of these off to recoup some of the prices if I wanted. Don't think I will though. I'm really a fan of this stuff, and it looks like I won't need to buy it again anytime soon. So if you haven't used it before, hemp twine is super strong. It's a natural material. The whole marijuana thing, don't worry about it. It's obviously made out of the stalks, which isn't a regulated thing or anything. This is what the Constitution is made on, hemp paper, and go pick up a hippie book. You'll get all kinds of information on hemp. But it is a pretty strong natural material, and I'm a big fan of it. I always have been. So hemp twine off eBay. Okay, now we're back inside with the box of twine. So we figured we'd bust it out and see how many balls of twine we got in there. Let's see if we can't just do this. That's always fun. Looks like not all of them are exactly wound up. I'm going to have a couple of tangles here. And these are getting on my nerves. That'll make it a little nicer for the video. Okay, that took just about 30 minutes to untie all that stuff, and came up with quite a bit extra, but I was able to salvage it into little swirls there. So what we came out with was some yarn. Neat stuff. Here's some orange, I guess turquoise, red, some kind of dark blue, yellow, green, black, and purple. So that's kind of neat. It feels just like yarn, a little bit itchy like yarn. I guess it's made out of hemp though, so it's kind of neat. I didn't even know they made this stuff, but got it in some different colors. So if anybody can come up with some project, preferably something besides a hippie necklace or a hippie bracelet, we got a bunch of that stuff to play with. I'll probably just keep it around for doing projects with, but I didn't really have any use for that. I actually didn't intend to win both of these auctions. This was two auctions, but I did, and what are you going to do? I just have a bunch of twine now. So this one's black, waxed, some yellow, I think this might be waxed, red, white, again purple, that blue color, turquoise, and green. So basically the same colors it looks like, only these are just the hemp twine dyed in those different colors, and I guess waxed. Yeah, this is just a thin one on a different kind of spool. And then move these colors over. Got a couple of different sizes of the regular twine here. Not just size of spool, but size and feel of the twine itself, which is kind of neat. So I can think of a couple of videos off the top of my head here that I might be able to use the different types of materials on. But we've got actually some really neat stuff here. I didn't realize I was going to get such an assortment. It's definitely worth it. So I got a couple of spools of this really thick stuff, which is pretty darn thick. And it's sort of the consistent, it's definitely softer than typical twine, but it almost feels like a wick, like a rolled paper or something. Then I've got this stuff that is obviously a brand new spool still, and I can just tell by feeling this spool, it almost feels like yarn. It's very, very soft, and you can see it's real fuzzy, so probably broken in or beaten or bleached or something. I don't know what the process would be, but definitely softer than some of this other stuff. This is that really, really fine, I don't know how to describe it, it's just the thinnest of the hemp twine that I've seen so far, and maybe we'll do some tensile strength. This one is just probably the same, but it just looks like a little bit nicer. This is a little bit cruder, and this looks a little bit more uniform. Probably how they twist it or something. This is another style, which is again sort of a crude twist, so it feels a little brittle, like a natural material. You know, some of these feel more like yarn or whatever, like wool. This one's just a bit different than this last one. In fact, actually, they're probably about the same. This one just feels a little bit more like twisted paper or like wick or something. A little stiffer than this one. And then last, these are all the same. And I guess this one's open. And it's a kind of a mix between these and this really soft one. So this is pretty soft. It's got a little bit of fuzziness to it, you can probably see. And then super strong. This is the stuff that I'm familiar with. I don't remember at someplace I bought a spool about this size when I was in high school, and I ended up using it up eventually. Maybe 10 years it took me to use it up. I'll have enough for a lifetime here. But again, I plan on putting a couple of spools in the different vehicles and the different packs. It's something that if you're making let's say you're making a temporary shelter just for some shade while you're hunting or while you're bird watching, if you leave it there, it's not going to hurt nothing. Eventually it will just disintegrate. It's nothing but hemp fiber. It's the stalk of the marijuana plant. So it's just going to eventually fall apart with wind and weather. So obviously the colored ones are for projects and stuff, but this other stuff I just figure it's good, strong utility stuff. Unfortunately, it's not made in America because of our laws. I think it's mostly made in Europe, but I'm not really sure. So that's a whole bunch of hemp twine.